bowl and was looking at it.
All right. Well, we're live,
So
and
he's
we
got
are
smelly dog
ready to
toots.
go. That's a good way to start. I guess that's one. That's one way to start. I guess.
Hey, I just wanted to be here to, cannonball all over the beginning of your stream. That's all.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, with that being said, we're gonna jump into tonight's game. So,
Real quick, Harley, can you send me the Roll20 link? Because I cannot find it anywhere.
Well, we're not
can't.
looking at this water thingy, are we?
Nah. Oh, you guys are technically on your boat. The Roll20 link should be in
Oh.
the D&D Discord a little bit ways up, Bear.
Okay.
If I can find it while introing, I will pin it. But last we left off, our adventuring party was aboard a nice merchant ship on their way to the Eastern Isles. They were enjoying food, drink, conversation with those around them.
Ow.
A nice toast was given by the first mate. The party ensued. The captain stepped up to give his speech. As the words escaped his lips, he was dragged off of the podium, and a large red ship emerged. This ship happened to be captained by Ryla, the bloody Baroness of the Seas. After a brief encounter with Ryla and her crew on the ship deck, the party was captured and brought into a mysterious island, where they were presently traded for perhaps some coin and brought to yet another ship. Upon that ship they spent a few days being given scraps of food and fairly bad treatment, which may or may not have been deserved depending on who incurred the wrath of the shipmates. But upon being forced to drink potions of water breathing, you were sent down deep into the waters to fetch treasure. An unknown treasure. And upon resubmerging, you find yourself amongst your captors, shriveled husks of bodies, lifeless, drained of fluid and life, and a mysterious, cloaked, dark figure enshrouded in fog, looking for any survivors. Upon dropping the treasure chest and quickly grabbing it as it was sinking to the ground, you guys hid under the water as the cloaked figure vanished. As you climbed aboard the ship, the salty sea dog ship, you find yourselves aboard an empty vessel, where you promptly searched the occupants of the previous ship, shoved their bodies off into the ocean, searched the cabin, only to find a very poorly drawn map with some questionable island name, which you're not entirely sure if it is the proper name of the island that you're trying to head to now, but it is the only island marked upon the map. That and the location of the treasure that you were just sent to find. So, after a night's sleep and slowly drifting, we find our party upon the deck of the ship. This very badly made, melded together of different woods, the name people were not too fond of, ship. And I will need one of you to roll me a d20 for today's beginning adventure.
Harley, just to let you know, your Dead by Daylight is just.
Does it say Dead by Daylight? I changed that, you stupid Twitch.
Sorry
Damn
to
it, we're in
interrupt.
the wrong category.
There we go. We're updated. Thank you. I changed that. I know I changed that, but it disagreed.
Maybe allow the inaugural role to be done by our new player.
Well, he is not
Sure.
quite here just yet. So for
Oh.
now, we're gonna
I'll
have
do
one
it.
of our.
Maybe
Alright.
I want to do it.
I'm doing it.
Maybe I want to do it.
I already did it.
Bitch.
Oh, I got a 1.
A
And
one.
this is why
Oh,
you
God,
can
man.
let me do it.
Alright. So
This is how this night is gonna go.
after some deliberations
Nat one
upon
kind of, ladies and gentlemen.
how to pilot this ship, as none of you are seafaring,
Who would know how to
folk,
fucking sail this thing?
you guys mess with some sails, mess with some rigging. You finally get the sails down, and one of you spins the wheel too hard, and you kind of do the equivalent of like a donut in a boat. As much as you can kind of do that in a boat, you kind of just went in circles for a bit until you guys righted the path.
We're going in the right direction, right?
At the moment, you are unsure if the direction you are going is proper or otherwise.
But what was our orientation before we started? Can we
The
get an
ship doesn't have
approximation?
like a compass on it or anything.
The
Dude,
ship
the guys we took this from are they were shit. I doubt they even had anything. Or
they
Right. I mean,
what you gather from him was he was a rich nobleman's son who wanted to play pirate and went, "Daddy, I would like to play pirate."
and then he sucked royal cocks at it, and now here we are.
But as you guys realign and hopefully set your sights on the correct direction, a fog rolls in.
of course.
And with this fog,
Oh, boy.
silence. The waves splash gently along the boat. You sail an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours.
It's quiet. It's too quiet, guys.
Fear drifts upon you as you see in the distance nothing. But I would like one of you to roll me a perception check for today.
I will. $14.
14?
14.
Not bad. With Morlin keeping watch, scanning the horizon, you've seen what fog can do on these shores, on these seas. And you can't help but keep your eyes peeled for any mysterious figures. And Morlin, after about 5 hours of sail, you see this dark figure floating towards the ship.
Oh shit.
Guys? Guys! I'm gonna start
What?
panicking.
What?
What is it?
What?
Into full panic mode?
What is it?
Ah!
Look over yonder. What
Yeah,
is it?
Hey, let's take a look and see what this is.
As Morlin points this figure out to you guys, it does in fact look humanoid. It is low to the ocean floor, almost like it's skimming the surface. And it is slowly growing in size, bigger and bigger and bigger.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
I vote we turn around.
I'm gonna rush over and take the wheel and just yeet ourselves in the other direction.
As you
Perfect.
rush over to the stern of the ship, it's now that you notice this figure is not necessarily moving. It is the waves that are causing it to shift up and down. And it's becoming clearer
something
and
floating on
clearer
the
in
water?
view. A piece of wood. And upon it, a figure cloaked, face unseen, unmoving, drifting towards your ship.
Yay! There's somebody there.
As-
look dead.
Move on. Kidding.
No, let's yeah,
Boy,
exactly.
you alive down there?
As you shout
Poke
this,
it with a stick.
the ship spins as Morlin runs to the wheel and starts to just spin it with all their might.
Yeet!
Sit here, shipman.
I don't feel so good.
You guys spin for a bit. Morlin, are you...
Stop,
the last
make
thing
it
you said was
stop.
that you're about facing. Are you sticking for the about face and just booking it?
I'm going to try to.
Alright, you guys see Morlin
Someone down
spin
there!
this wheel, and the ship starts careening in the opposite direction.
Oh, turn
Why?
it back. Somebody there.
But basically, I'm gonna spin it too far, and we're just gonna go donuts again.
Rock
So,
is throwing up in the background.
I mean,
I'm like,
this is not a
like, trying to keep her feet like straight because she's like about to fall over
I
again.
mean, it's not spinning like a top. It has an arc to it. It is an elliptical motion. It's not like just a donut where you just spin it and it spins in place.
None of us are experienced sailors. I doubt we really have sea legs.
But
Yeah.
Most of our time on the boats that we've been on have been spent on our knees.
you guys
Rock
do,
has been on her
speak.
island her whole life, so yeah.
as you guys start spinning this boat, you start kind of kicking up the waves some, and the figure starts to back and forth on the raft, and then you see it slowly start to slide off as the waters start to kind of get choppier from the boat and the spinning that Morlin is currently doing.
Are they- is the figure unconscious
The
or
figure does not seem to be moving. Just sliding off of this piece of driftwood raft.
So I'm going to just drop the wheel and just with all my might just go whoosh, 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 run, and yeet myself into the water to go grab the person.
Alright, you let go of the wheel. As you drop the wheel, it's still kind of spinning some, so you're trying to catch your balance as you're running towards this. And as you dive over the
Wait.
water, you see this figure just slip into the water with a sploop.
I'm gonna yell, "Rock, grab the wheel!" And then I'm gonna pull out my rope and I'm gonna start like tying it onto the side of the ship so I can get like an anchor point to help haul Moreland and the figure back up onto the boat.
Alright,
Rock throws up one more time and then goes over to steady the wheel.
as Rock
Got it!
rushes to the wheel and steadies it from its spinning, Morlin, you guys see Morlin just splash into the water. As soon as you finish tying that, Morlin, I need a perception check from you to see if you can see this figure in this darkened water caused by the fog.
That is an 8.
It's too murky. The water mixed with Rock's vomit and the fog is too much to see past at the moment, but you feel like you can make out a dark figure.
Can I like direct Moreland from my position? Can I see the figure?
You see where it went down, and you can kind of see the shadows of both Morlin and the figure.
So I'm like, Moreland! Yeah,
Real quick, I'm gonna puke from swimming in Rock's puke because yuck.
My
what is
bad.
this, the puke episode?
You just see as more water becomes cloudy.
We're not good at this, okay?
It's now that Nadina, this newly added chummed the water seems to be agitating
Stirring.
things.
Agitating? I don't like that word.
With your passive perception in the distance, you do see another darker shape coming.
Oh, crap. Yeah, now we really need a bigger boat. You better hurry up! There's something coming!
Are you swimming towards the direction you think the shadow was, Morlin?
Yes.
Alright, you swim. All of a sudden you bounce off of something, and it's the figure.
Ouch. I'm gonna look up to see what I just bounced off of.
Oh no, you can see it. You're close enough now where you can see it is this humanoid figure, the clothes kind of obscuring their actual image, but you can tell it is humanoid. And you can also hear Adina shouting from up above.
How big is this thing?
It's between 5.5, 6.5 feet, give or take.
But it's in the water.
They are currently in the water, yes.
Okay.
They are currently unconscious in the water.
Ah, crap.
Steal from it.
I'm gonna do
See,
my
the first
best
thing, steal from it.
to bring it onto the boat. Swim them to the boat.
Alright. With Nadina's aid
How
and
far
her
away
prep
are we?
work, it is easy
Oh,
enough
okay,
for
so
you
you-
guys to
Just gonna do it.
hoist this figure up onto the boat. And it seems to be unconscious. But it has this slightly elongated neck and these kind of splotched patterns over its skin. These two kind of small horns coming out of its head. And this almost mane-like hair that runs down the head and slightly back of the neck. As you drag it up onto the boat and slam it onto the deck, it spits up some water. JC.
Pat him on the back, get all the water out.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on? Excuse me, sirs.
Would you also like to give a full, proper description of your character?
Yes, so Kha'Zix is a tiefling of giraffe-like features. It's got kind of a like 6'2" or 6'4", I can't remember, but pretty tall with like a longer neck. Not anything that looks weird, but like a neck that, you know, obviously a longer neck than most normal people do. And then I have like giraffe-like features, like horns and hair and a giraffe tail. And then besides that, I'm just normal humanoid. Skin's kind of like splotchy like a giraffe, like he said. So, yeah.
You start to spit up some water, and you look around,
Keep patting
and
him on
you
the
are
back to get the water out.
you are immediately surrounded by this large, bear-like creature. This rather large, dragon-looking creature, and this humanoid.
Hello.
Excuse me, what are all these monsters on this ship with you?
Monsters.
Excuse me.
I've never seen an owl before talking. Or a bear? Is it a bear?
It's
An owl? What? It looks like an owl bear. I've
It's
seen
an
many of
owl
those.
bear.
I am a Yerson.
Better be
I'm the
nice
one
to
who
that one
saved
who
your
rescued
life.
you.
Well, I suppose we're running the ship. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, do you know
What are
how
you
to
doing
run a
floating
ship?
around in the middle of the ocean?
Please tell me you know how to run a ship.
I know nothing about running a ship, unfortunately. But you know,
Throw him back over.
Oh, wait!
damn it.
I can do things. I have magical abilities. I'm the supreme sorcerer.
The supreme shit. This fucking accent. Supreme sorcerer, you say?
Yes, a supreme sorcerer. I was trained by the strongest turtle of them all. A beautiful man. was Turtle Man, that is.
His name was Turtle Man.
No, his name was Crew. Well, yes.
Yay!
I can be used. I really don't want to go back in that water. It stinks.
How did you end up there, by the way?
I have no idea.
You have no idea?
Yeah.
Really?
You can roll
No,
me a history
I-
check if you would like.
Sure. I would
I
love
insight
to
him
do
to
that.
see if he's lying, or does he know?
I rolled an 8, so I don't know.
Last thing you remember, an island.
An island. So, okay. I don't really know much about but an island, apparently.
And fear.
uh,
You remember an island and feeling fear. Panic.
I was scared.
I
But
rolled a
that's all I know.
14 insight. Is he lying?
Would you like to roll a deception on that, or are you just telling the truth?
I am telling the truth. I have no idea.
I will say,
Roll for
for this
perception.
instance, they are telling the truth, Joe.
Yeah.
Well, if you've got useful hands, we can certainly use the help.
Sorry, run by that me again. What did you just say there?
I said if you've got useful hands, we could use the help.
Oh yes, I got many hands. I have my
it's
hands,
not
and I
like
have
you
magical
can go
hands.
anywhere.
I have all sorts of hands I can use.
Do you know where the
You
hell
really
we
have a
are?
choice.
I mean, I suppose we could throw him overboard.
No, he needs our help.
It's at this point,
that's what I thought.
Nadina, you do see, thanks to the multiple additions to the water, two finned figures kind of circling your ship.
All right. Well, I know that we just met, and I don't really know your names, but just because I know this always does it a trick for other people, I'm going to give you guys a little gift. And so I cast Bless on all of them.
Alrighty.
I vote he stays.
So just so you guys know, when you make an attack roll or a saving roll, you can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to your attack roll or saving throw. And that lasts for... I'm concentrating, so as long as I concentrate, I guess you're blessed.
So
I love
you're
blessed.
gonna need to run that by me again when it comes
So,
time for me
yeah.
to roll.
Yep, absolutely.
But I vote he stays.
I mean, I wasn't really gonna throw him off.
Well, neither was I. But here we are.
You people are horrible. Welcome aboard the
Sense
unnamed
of
ship.
humor.
Oh yeah, we still need to figure out the name of our ship.
Yeah, we
Definitely not the one that's painted on the side, I can tell you that.
the something ship, the ship,
The
salty
salty,
dog.
the salty sea dog ship.
the
Oh,
ship.
damn it, I always forget the sea.
This ship is a piece of work. It should be called the Shippy Ship.
The shitty shit, more like.
It,
Funny,
it,
Now I sound Australian, damn it!
it is
Yeah,
now,
I do.
Cass, when you look around, you see there is not a single piece of wood that matches another piece of wood on this deck. You see, like, dark wood, light wood, medium wood, super light wood. This
Rotting
ship
wood.
looks like it is mixed and matched. Like someone just had a bag of random scraps and was like, build a ship out of this.
Yeah, it doesn't look very good, that's for sure.
Oh, the Scrape-Heap.
The Scrap-Heap. That's not a bad idea. I mean,
like it.
I don't want to stay on here very long. I don't think the sea life is for me. I might get seasick.
The sea life
already
isn't
thrown
for
up.
any of us. Okay, if you knew what we've been through.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Hey,
Well,
This one's taking a few blows to the head.
Well, if you need, you know, when I feel in danger or pain, I look up in the sky and I think about the Thunder's words, and I think that he is blessing the light upon us all.
Cool.
What the hell is this Lathander?
He's the god of dawn. He's
Are
my
you able to
Patreon god.
clear up some of this fog?
I could potentially, I suppose, maybe I don't know. I
We're
can.
trying to get back to land. at this point, and we can't see a damn thing because of all this fog.
Well, I can cast light, but I don't know if it'll clear the fog. I don't know. Will it clear the fog if I cast light?
Might be able to see
Gonna
a
root
little
off
bit
the
further in it, but it's not going to clear it.
Okay.
Cast it on the end of the bow. We'll just.
Well,
root
yeah,
off it, dude.
I was thinking, like, what if I cast it
Use
on
as
the
a
like,
spotlight.
cast the light on like the mast or the?
We're
I guess the
gonna
bow.
duct tape you to the end of the ship, and you can just.
Wait. I can imbue things with light, so I don't have to be there. Okay.
I mean, if you
Okay,
would like
got it.
to put it in the front, I will.
Cast 6
At the
with
moment, you
your
guys need to
light
try
so
to
bright.
rewrite yourself after the mass amount of spinning. If you were to cast light on the front of it, I will give you advantage on trying to rewrite yourself on the correct path.
Tape him to the front.
Yes.
I have a rope.
You just see Rock and I kind of cock our heads at you, like just walking forward.
I have the rope in my hands.
Man, listen. I can cast slide anywhere. Just 20-foot radius. You know, it doesn't have to be me. I can put it on your bodies. I can do it on your weapons. It doesn't matter. Just you don't need me to do it. To just do the thingy and boom, it's done.
Cast light on the front of the ship, then. Please.
Very well. I shall do that.
In character, I'm fully aware of people that can cast light on shit. I'm just going along with it because it's hilarious. The thought of tying him to the front of shit.
Alright.
Rock, keep the rope in hand.
So I cast the light. I guess I imbue the light on the. I'm trying to like.
So,
I guess
there-
the little wooden piece there.
yeah, because it needs to be within 10 feet, so the little kind of wooden piece you see up here, I would say that's about 10 feet long, so you can cast it on that and it'll kind of act as a Rudolph nose.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
Alright, so, for the rest of this day, after mass amounts of spinning, I need one of you to roll me a nature check just to see if you can realign yourself to what you believe is the proper direction to shore after the burnouts of the ship happened.
I got it.
Try it. Aw, let me try it.
You do get advantage on this because of Cass's light spell.
16.
16? You
There's
kind
that-
of take the wheel and you align a little bit. You feel like you're on the right path.
Wait, is that with my advantage? That didn't roll with my advantage. Hang on.
You just have to roll again.
Yeah, so it's advantages
Roll
roll again and
twice.
take the higher of the two numbers.
Oh, okay.
If you use Avre,
Yeah, 16.
it'll do it with advantage.
Okay. So yeah, 16.
16? Alright. You feel like if you're not on at least the direct path, you're in probably the direct 45-degree angle of the place that you're aiming.
Listen, we're not going for perfection on this ship, so we're good. It's close enough.
As long as we don't ram it into the side of the dock and knock over a bunch of ships, we're square,
we
I
don't
think.
get a Titanic moment or anything.
No.
Wait, what about causing mass mayhem?
We don't need to joker this, alright?
Nothing yet. No mass mayhem yet.
I just want to get closest to the land as possible. You know, I don't really want to be here for too long.
I vote that.
What is your sense of adventure?
I vote that once we find land, we sell the ship, keep everything, sell the ship, sell any expensive items, and go from there.
Sell it or trade it for another one.
What are you selling? Chocolate? I love
You
chocolate.
are. Shut up.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
selling
I'll
I-
tell you if you're not careful.
What? No, not me.
We're looking at selling the ship.
Oh, okay. We probably won't get much for it. You see what we're standing on?
And this is why I said you might be sold.
I don't know if we should sell the ship though, because we need it to get around, and if we're
None
not
of
gonna
us
get
knows
much
how
for it,
to. No one
You know how
knows
much
how
work
to-
we could get if we have one of these bad boys.
we just have to find someone who knows how to sail it.
Yeah, because apparently we're all dimwits.
We could learn. Anybody know how to read?
Well, Troy,
no.
I know how to read.
Reading's
I
not hard. I
It
could
is for some
probably
people.
learn. Is there a manual on the ship to learn how to do this, or
They don't have anything on this ship.
can I do
They
in
barely have a map.
can I do like an I guess is it an Arcana check to see?
It would be an investigation check if you're trying to search the ship for anything that they did not find their
Oh,
first pass.
Okay, I was kind of thinking of like the ghosts of how they did things, like kind of like the imprints they left on how to do the ship. But
Oh,
I don't
none
know.
of these people were magical.
Okay.
They
Alright, well,
beat them with giant hammers into submission.
So you said investigation, not
They beat
insight. Like, well, like what
some
about
of us with
insight on
hammers.
how to run the ship? Did I do that?
So, I would say... You don't really have history of sailing a ship. You can give me a history check to see if you've possibly read something in the past that might give you some leadway. But this ship is, in itself, even though it's a scrap heap of a ship, it is fairly newly put together. Like, the ropes don't even have any splintering or fraying yet. Like, as far as you can tell, this is the worst, newest ship you have ever seen.
Okay. Well, I'll just try. Why not?
Like, this thing doesn't even have barnacles on the bottom of the boat yet, new.
Well, I rolled a 14 history, whatever that does.
Alright.
Yes.
I would say, with a 14, you remember your memory. Your memory's fuzzy for some reason.
Mhm.
You recall ships, you know what ships are. But, for some reason, when you try to dig back into your memory, a sharp pain hits your head. Very sharp. And then a buzzing.
Ah,
It gets louder
you know,
and
I
louder.
think we should. Oh Jesus.
and louder.
Okay. I stopped thinking about it. I don't like it. It hurts.
Oh, Lord.
The one thing you remember,
You okay?
you do remember some basic ship anatomy from a book. And a voice telling you, "Remember, child?"
What voice was that? That was creepy.
You didn't hear that.
Whoa.
That is only in JC's head. But I will say, with the 14, you do remember ship anatomy, which I can...
Is he foaming at the mouth or something?
He is grabbing his head currently. But
All we asked is if you know how to work a ship.
there
get
seems to be
yourself a
something when you attempt to recall things, JC, that's preventing you.
Wonderful.
Like, dude, is
Poor
he
guy.
like physically like, you know, making pain faces and stuff?
Oh, believe
Like,
it,
do
I
we-
am. I'm making some pain faces. It looks like I'm taking a poop right now.
Here, I will post, however,
He
what you
pooping.
did remember in Discord.
Can I like do a medicine check on him? Like, is he okay?
You can if you wish.
Wonderful.
That's interesting. Okay. It's a very particular thing to remember.
I don't know shit.
Fair enough.
Wait, what?
Alright, so,
Not one.
with that, does anybody else have anything to do with the rest of this day, or should we move on to day 2 of sailing?
I'm gonna keep this new person, just in case he's like, you know, he's on the up and up.
So you're just gonna keep an eye on the newcomer?
all healed up at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys had a long rest.
So every time we have a new day, is that a long rest or?
Yeah, so every
Yeah.
time it's a new day, it's a long rest, and at the beginning of each new day, I need one of you to roll me a natural or a d20 for today's events.
I'll do it.
Got it. I got a 19.
In 18. All right.
19.
Oh. For
1
a-
9.
1-9. Okay. So, let me... 19. The day is clear, the water calm. It seems to be a relatively uneventful day of sail. And the winds are actually with you on this one. So you will gain about half a day of travel.
Nice.
Getting some nice headwind
Yeah,
today.
is it still foggy or is it?
No,
you
so
said
the-
it's clear.
So this second day has cleared up and the winds are in your favor.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the light off then because you don't want, and it's not necessary. Oh, also at this point, I'm not. They're not. You guys aren't blessed either because I'm not focusing on it anymore. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it gave you a little like fuzzy feeling inside, you know.
Hey, aw.
Alright, so
Like a warm hug.
day 3. Unless you guys have something to do on the second day, I need someone to roll me the third day of travel.
May I this time?
Yes.
Yes.
Bada boom. I got to 12.
You have a 12. Roll me a d10.
That's not a good sign.
Did you roll a d10, Joe?
I did. I rolled a 3.
A 3? As you're traveling, Nadina, you're kind of observing the horizon, and you look down. What is that? You're
What is that?
unsure. It's dark. It's maybe 50 feet below the surface. Give me a perception check if you would like.
Oh, yes. If I can type! Ah, damn it. 6.
6? It's murky. It's something. You're not sure what, but it's something.
Did someone come over here?
I'll take a look.
Let's say.
I've been staring at the horizon too long. I think I'm seeing things.
Who's steering the boat right now? Is it nobody who's steering the boat or?
Well, I was, but I went to go look at things, so
Okay.
nobody.
All right. I'll take the helm.
Crack the
Just
wheel, please.
Alright.
I got 15.
You got a 15?
Yeah.
You see wood. You see bits of fabric. You see ocean floor. Not very deep. Maybe you're at a reef. Maybe you're just at a raised part of rock. There's a ship down there, though.
Mm.
Mm.
I vote we stop and raid the ship. Or go explore the ship.
I was thinking the same thing, but we really can't breathe underwater.
Yeah, we had that potion the last time.
Mm.
Hmm.
Hmm. What's the headed right now?
It's fairly calm at the moment. For the most part, it is you guys
Yeah.
rowing oars that are...
Direction.
It would be kind of against you currently, but the winds themselves are not strong.
No, I mean, are we like heading north? We heading east? We
Oh,
heading,
you are
where
unsure.
Where are we going?
You are currently unsure.
Where's the sun?
The sun at this moment is right above you.
Son of a nutcracker.
It's how it provided enough light to just hit the bottom of the seafloor and reflect the ship.
Is it morning or is it evening?
It's
Was anyone paying attention?
It's noon.
Nope.
Was it just evening or morning?
It was just morning.
Okay. So
I would say
you know,
in this
I'm no
case,
dummy. Which direction was the sun rising?
I would say you were heading westward, more than likely northwest.
Okay, so west northwest, west northwest, give or take.
Yeah, give or take.
Cool.
Sorry, you
That
made
is
me
all I
look up
wanted
the
to know.
directions of the map on my thing.
Unprepared much? No. I'm trying to make a mental note of like where we are, possibly, maybe, in case we want to come back, because I don't know if we're gonna be able to like explore a whole ass ship when we can't breathe underwater right now.
Fair enough.
I mean, I suppose we could go take a look.
So I want to, since because we're all kind of looking like we're doing it, I want to cast Mage Hand to make sure that and have the Mage Hand steer the ship for us. Since we're all kind of, I don't want to. I'm too lazy to keep steering it.
Fair enough. Just remember you have to be within 30 feet of the mage hand.
Yep.
Does it look like the ship has been underwater for a long time?
I would say with your sea knowledge, you're not entirely sure.
So are we gonna check it out or what?
I vote we check it
We're
out.
all
Hey, you guys have fun. I'll make sure the ship doesn't go anywhere.
What? Are you afraid of sinking again?
Yeah, no. I'd rather just stay up here.
I mean, we do need someone to watch the ship, so it might as well be him.
Fair enough.
The Mage Hand, Mr. Mage Hand here. We'll take care of that, and I'll make sure nobody sneaks up on us.
I don't trust that he's gonna take off without us. He's too new.
Yeah, that was my first thought. I'm not gonna lie. This guy's gonna freaking abscond.
I will stay back because I'm wearing chainmail and all that crap. So
you can't win with that. You can't swim with that shit on anyway. Freaking just let us do it.
I'll sink.
I do.
Get to know our new companion some. We'll be back in a second.
Do one of you guys want some light on a weapon or something so you can see a little bit better, or
It's a good idea.
That's actually a really great idea. Here, I'll pull out my rapier.
All right. So I cast light on your rapier.
Very nice.
Alright, who's diving under?
I'll go.
I'm going.
Alright, Moreland and Indina both jump into the water.
Before that, I want to tie a rope to the side of the ship.
You just dangling it off?
Yeah,
Easy enough.
we need some way back onto this thing.
There is a rope ladder.
Oh, is there?
Yes.
Okay.
That's how you guys got on the first time. There's a rope ladder. If someone wishes to push it down for you is a different story, but there is a rope ladder.
Is there an anchor on the ship?
Surprisingly, no. This ship came very unprepared.
I was gonna say, at least raise the sail so that we're not like you're not
I'm
drifting.
going to. So I have. Hold on. Is there anywhere that I can throw like my warhammer to like get it caught on something underwater? I'm gonna tie a rope to my warhammer and use that as an anchor.
I will say the shipwreck is about 50 feet down. You would need probably around 100 feet of rope to even attempt that. If you have 100 feet of rope, go for it.
I only have 50 feet.
You're not sure if
Does
it'll
anyone
work,
have
but
So, curious. I have 50 feet of rope. Could we tie them together?
you can certainly try.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yep.
I have another 50 feet if you want to add it to the. Yeah, that's 150 right there.
Sweet.
Alright, so
This thing's heavy. It's like 30 pounds.
you guys attach the ropes together, you secure them, you tie it to the end of the warhammer, and you see the warhammer slowly sink to the bottom of the ship. It hit the bottom. We're not sure how well it'll work. It's not an anchor, but it is a heavy weapon.
But tug on the rope and see if I can get it to like get stuck on something.
Alright, I would say if you're attempting that, give me a strength check.
Okay.
Just because you're trying to pull this heavy weapon through water resistance to try to get it
jeez,
caught.
jeez. A 9.
A 9? I'll say it's a fairly rocky shore bottom. You think you pull it along and you think you got it stuck on something. You're not sure how secure, but it is stuck.
Well, I don't want anything to happen to this ship, so I'm gonna like keep making sure that I get
Alright.
stuck on something. I don't want to take any chances.
I will say, with your watch, the ship should stay at least within a relative radius of the shipwreck.
Okay.
Between you and Cass kind of steering and making sure the hammer's kind of stuck on something, at the very least you will be within the radius.
Cool.
Alright.
You guys are ready to go.
We'll make it quick.
Yeah.
Good luck down there.
So,
Yeah.
you guys splash into the water.
Hopefully we don't die up here like our the old ship crew members did.
Oh, we'll
Oh,
be
that's
okay. I'm the supreme sorcerer after all.
Now,
Yeah, we'll
No
see.
questioning of what do they mean by previous occupants.
You know, it's better not to ask questions sometimes.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
so, in this water, Nadina, you do swim faster than Morlin as you have a higher speed. So you guys start to swim down. What are each of your constitutions for me?
I believe
that?
mine's 15.
Yours is 15?
What's
Got it. Your constitution, Miss Bear.
that? Am I supposed to roll?
Nope,
or-
just your number for me.
Oh, 16.
16? Alright. Hold on, let me make a note.
Cass, listen.
Pardon me.
Alright,
Referring to the old crew on this ship,
so,
if it starts to get like foggy, we'll jump into the water, okay?
you guys start to sink. Nadina faster so than Morlin. 15, 30, 45, 60. Takes you about half a minute or so before both of you have reached the 50-foot depth. You see now that the ship has been split in two. It's a smaller ship. Doesn't look like it was necessarily a merchant ship. Looks like it was made more for speed or like 2 or 3 people of transport. What would you like to do?
I found a sloop.
I'm going to look around the ship for anything important.
Alright. Now there's
The ship is broken.
the
so
back half
I'm
and the
gonna
front half that you guys can see kind of
scan
split.
around.
Alright.
What's that?
So it's split into 2 pieces. You can see the back half is maybe 15 feet away from the front half of the ship.
Okay.
Which is closer to us.
At the
Or are
moment,
they all like
you guys
distant?
would have submerged kind of close to the front end. That would be the end that was kind of sticking up a little bit further that caught your eye.
Excuse me.
So,
Yawning a lot.
Nadina, do you want to, since you're a faster swimmer, do you want to take the back end and I can look at the front? Search both ends?
All I hear is just underwater.
This is true.
Bad.
I assume we're gonna do this gesturally, so you point to back of ship and then to me, and then blah blah blah. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
That works. Yeah.
All right. You start swimming 15, 30 feet to the back of the ship. I need both of you to roll me an investigation check.
Copy that. Oop. Man, I cannot type today.
Can't type, can't talk.
21.
Nope.
21.
I'm a mess today. 20.
20? Alright. You start searching for a minute. At about a minute and a half mark, Nadina,
Second room.
you do see what looks to be a small chest at almost like at the top of the back of the ship. So it's kind of inverted. So it would have been what was technically the bow, and there's the small ledge that is kind of hanging out to. But at the same time,
Can I make a mental note, swim for the surface?
you're gonna make a mental note and swim for the surface?
Yeah.
All
Thing
right.
ain't going nowhere.
So 15 feet.
I'm like dashing.
You're dashing? With
Yeah.
dashing,
Dashing through the snow.
you just barely submerge through the top and catch your breath before the water starts to fill your lungs. Morlin,
Yeah,
you have a
Nice,
slightly
no
higher
dummy.
constitution. You can survive a little bit longer. But the front of the ship, you're searching. You continue to search. 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. You see something small, rusted.
Does it look like it has any importance? Or of any
It-
value?
It looks to be a key. You're unsure as to what it goes to, as you don't see anything around, but it does appear to be a key.
Okay.
2 pieces of a puzzle.
I'm going to keep that in mind and go up and catch my breath.
So, with your Constitution modifier, you do have an extra extra minute of being able to
Go
hold your
ahead.
breath underwater. So in this case, if you wanted to grab it, you could grab it in time and then swim back up to
Okay,
the
cool.
surface and be relatively okay.
So I will grab the key then.
Alright, so you grab the key, and seconds to spare, you burst out of the water. You see Nadina kind of there, catching her breath as well.
There's a
Yeah.
chest down there. I'm going for it.
I got a key. I'm going with you.
Alright, so you're both diving back down?
Yes.
Alright, so you guys
I know where it is, so like follow me.
both dive back down. I will say, because you are aware of its location, it is easy enough to swim down and swim back up before your timer runs out. Meanwhile,
Nice.
you two on the top. A fog rolls in.
No!
I'm joking.
Jump off.
I'm joking.
off.
I'm joking.
I knew it! I knew it! I was ready.
Being chased by a replicant.
But yes, you guys are able to both make it back up to the surface with your bounties intact. You guys use the ladder, you get back up, and you place this. It's probably about a foot by half a foot chest. It's a little bit squatter. It's maybe only about half a foot thick. It's not really the round type of chest. It's more of just a square rectangular piece of metal with a lock on it.
Side note, before we open this chest, Nadina, how did we divide the money last time? Evenly?
I'll tell you right now.
Now, hold on before you open it. Let me make sure this isn't anything crazy, okay? I've had some chest lick me before, and I don't
we're
want.
talking about old money. Calm down.
But I just want you to know I don't want.
No. Listen, I will throw you off the ship.
Hey. We're
Who's the
nice.
main one? I listened. It was
I
one
want the
plat-
chest to lick you is all. It's not very comfortable.
Hush.
I'll lick you. Be
Money.
quiet.
Oh,
Anyway,
sounds kinky. And I just look over and say, that sounds kinky.
it's not as kinky as you might think. I've been to prison, remember?
Anyway, money.
Money.
29 gold,
And items.
30 silver.
Items too.
I mean, I can tell you
Uh,
what the totals were if you need to, but
1 platinum, 29 gold, 30 silver, 10 copper. And as far as items, there were 3 daggers, a short sword, and
there was the warhammer that you just tossed off the
A warhammer.
edge.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's attached to a rope. It's fine.
It is.
I took 2 of the daggers. There was a short sword and a dagger left over, which I believe might have given to Moral. I don't remember.
What do you want, Moreland? What weapon? Or weapons?
We do smashingly with a short sword, methinks. Or excuse me, Moreland's a he. My bad.
Moreland, what do you want?
Moreland's not here right now. Please leave a message after the drowning.
When Moreland reemerges, you guys can ask.
Anyway,
All right, so
Is Moreland okay?
you currently have this small rectangular chest in front of you. What would you like to do? Or would you like to move on to our 3rd day of travel?
Kaz wanted to do something with it,
Okay.
apparently.
Kaz wanted
yes.
to make.
Can I? Yeah, I don't,
Us.
there's this thing they call them mimics where I'm from, and I don't like those things. So I'm gonna roll for Arcana. I don't have detect magic, but I'll roll for Arcana. See if
All
it's
right.
magical. Come on, give me. Oh shit! It's 10.
Seems fine.
Sounds good to me.
Right, okay.
You guys can open it. I don't want anything. Probably nothing.
All right.
I suppose I'll open it, and I'll hopefully, this key is the right key. Moreland gives me the key.
Does the key go to that chest?
All right.
And
So
no other way but to find out.
you're gonna put the key into the lock. Roll me a d20.
Oh.
Fuck, it's trapped. Damn, indigestion. 14.
The key doesn't fit. It goes in, doesn't turn.
Damn it!
Wait, the key doesn't fit.
The key.
I went down there for nothing.
Hold on now, there might be another one.
The key does not fit.
There may very well be another one. I mean, we could just bust the lock off. I mean, it's been down there for a minute.
True.
I'm not very strong, but
Can I use the warhammer on it?
Can I use my strength on it? Can I bust through it?
I mean, you may attempt to. Remember, this is a small chest. It is
Let's
not
just
big.
smash it open. It's a wooden chest. Let's just smash it open with
It is a
something.
wooden chest. If you just remember, if you hit this too hard, things
Or,
do
like, just sit
splinter
on
and
it.
explode.
Just sit on
let's,
it.
let's finesse this, shall we? Like, use like the butt of like my dagger and like bust the fucking lock off of it.
Are any
I'm
of you
just
proficient
gonna-
in thieves' tools?
I am.
You may
That's
try
true.
that.
I'm
I
just
forgot I
gonna
had
sit on it.
You forgot? You forgot you were? Oh my goodness.
Hey, all right. I can't think of everything. I have 8 wisdom.
I mean, I will remind you once in a while when you guys have forgotten things. I'm not entirely heartless. But you may make me a check, thief tool check using your proficiency modifier if you're proficient and your dex modifier.
Let's do it like this. Dex plus, what's our proficiency right now? Is it 3?
2.
The 2 or the 3? 2. Okay. That doesn't look right. Oh no, that's right. It's 21.
21? Easy enough. It gives you a little resistance just because it's a bit rusted, but it unlocks, and the little latch opens.
I still got it.
When you remember, yeah.
Inside
Snippy.
is 8 platinum coins, 220 gold coins,
Oof.
and a small red ruby.
Goodness me.
Well, I guess it's a good thing we went down there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do anything.
Oh, now who's getting mouthy?
Well,
we didn't do anything. We didn't risk our lives.
Hey, no, we made sure the ship didn't go anywhere. We did
We
just
could have
fine.
sailed off.
they did help. They did help.
We watched the ship.
And for that, we'll split it evenly.
Would you like a cookie?
Well,
Yeah.
I'd say
I
that
would
you
actually
two,
like a cookie. What kind of cookies you got?
I'd say that you
The
two could get,
sarcastic kind.
you
I
two
see.
could get more since you went down there.
No. I'm not a bastard. Even distribution.
I'm a bastard. I'm taking my share.
I mean, I'm taking your share. I mean,
You gonna take more than your share, Moreland?
Hey, I risked my life. Some of us chose to stay behind.
I'm not getting involved. I'm taking my share.
I removed my mage hand.
Sailing on.
Alright.
If we are distributing this evenly, we get 2 platinum and 55 gold each. Also, there is a massive echo.
I don't know who that's off of. It wasn't there just now.
Who wants the ruby?
I'll take it.
There, that can be your extra, putting your life in danger fee.
Cheers.
Rock, are you retrieving your warhammer, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Alright. Who would like me to roll the third and possibly last day of travel?
I can do it.
Who are we echoing?
Wait, what do we? It's just a regular D20, nothing attached to it.
Just a d20 for me.
10.
10?
Mhm.
10. Sorry, my iPad turned off.
Blasted iPad.
We're gonna die.
And just then, a kraken appears in the water.
Oh no.
Alright. A 10. So,
10 equals Cthulhu.
as you guys are sailing, the day itself is a little bit choppier than it has been. And in the water, you see some figures start to circle the boat.
Well, shit.
Roll for perception to see what it is, or
Oh, it is sharks.
oh, sharks. Okay.
At least we think they're sharks.
Alright, so. Are you guys just going to continue on, or attempt to continue on sailing?
I'll cast Thaumat, however the frick you say that friggin' word.
Thaumaturgy?
And, yeah, and I'll just try to scare him off by using the boom voice feature.
Alright,
And I'll also use intimidation on top of that.
yeah, roll me
intimidation.
an intimidation check.
Oh, yeah, baby. I got 15 plus 4, so...
I will say,
hard.
with that roll, they do not impede your travel. As there were currently enough of them previously where they would have slowed the ship's oars down, which is one of the main ways of traveling. And
Hey,
with that...
question.
Yes, Miss Bear.
Hey, I'm gonna shoot you a message, okay?
Nope, I got you. You can... I know what's happening.
Yeah. Alright.
But as you guys reach nightfall, lights in the distance. And as you get closer, you see the previous island that you were taken to. Now, as you also get closer, I need someone to give me a dexterity saving throw for the ship to see if you can maneuver it around the reef, the protective barrier of the island.
I guess that would be me, since I was steering the ship.
I was gonna say, I think that falls on whoever's steering.
So it would be your... It would be your dexterity modifier in this case, because you're trying to react in time to maneuver the ship.
Eight.
8?
Mm-hmm.
Launch.
Crap.
As the side of the ship just takes this giant gash from the reef.
Oh.
You start to take on water as you approach closer and closer.
Jeez.
I
Is
said,
someone
no
above?
Titanic. No Titanic.
Is
No, we
someone
just
on
tried that.
repairs? Do we have anything to repair this ship? Or are we just gonna jump off?
I'm no carpenter.
And
I mean, I can try.
are you guys attempting to dock, or are you just going to try to leave it to float there?
I'm gonna try and plug up the hole. We should probably dock.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, you do see some scrap wood in the place that, or I would say you would know it's there because it's the place that you are held currently. It is the one extra small room underneath that was used for supplies and had like the single small bed. It is then when you go underneath in that small room that you see just this giant gash across the ship.
Oh, shite! Just start, like, trying to, like, I don't know, like, bang a 2x4 into the wall so I can...
Give me, I would say give me... Ooh, give me an athletics check just to see if you can jam it in there enough where it stops flooding.
Oh, unbelievable. 8?
8?
I need some help down here!
You get something there.
Kaz, I'm steering the ship.
You get something.
Or
You're not sure how well it'll
take the ship.
hold, but I will say it is. You have passed the reef, and it is no longer tearing at the side of the ship. It is possibly enough to get it to dock. As you approach and you're just holding the piece of wood there, you hear the portmaster shout to your ship, "Hey! Are you permitted to dock here?"
Don't know!
You are underneath currently. He is directing
Yeah,
this
you're
at,
downstairs.
he's directing this at
of
Rock.
course! Yes, of course! We were
Yeah,
sent
so you
here.
know who we are?
Yes!
Recognize this ship from the last time? It's the same ship.
Give me a, deception check.
Who, both of us?
Both of you are talking. I will say both of you can do it, or one with advantage.
Oh, is yours better than mine?
You said deception or
Deception.
persuasion? All right, I got +4. What do you got?
I got
Well,
+1. You
oh,
go.
we
with
can
your
both do it because I might roll crap still. So.
I always roll crap. Just do advantage.
Shoot! You better do it. I got an 8.
Oh no!
Advantage, bro.
Come on! Oh no, not better. 4.
Don't tell me we're gonna get locked up in fucking jail again.
It's fine. We've got it under control.
It's at this point that you guys pull up into the dock, and you've taken enough water where Nadina has left, and you see this ship just sink just enough where it's actually level with the dock.
Hey, it's like a Jack Sparrow moment.
And this guy is just looking at you a lot like you're absolutely crazy. And he goes, "Who the fuck are you?" And he starts to look to the side of the ship where the name is to check his logs.
We're the Salty Sea Dog ship.
All right. The rich douche, right? Looks
Yeah,
past
that's
you.
right.
Rich douche.
And where is your captain?
He unfortunately
He's busy.
died.
He says captain. You can feel like the just sourness in his voice.
I'm
get
the
the
captain
impression
now.
that the guy-
Thank you. He died somewhere along the way, and now I'm the captain.
He
so-
died because he mouthed off. Do you want to die too?
What? No, just be quiet.
Not-
I'm
not
talking
you,
To
I'm not talking to you.
Oh, jeez, okay.
Trying to intimidate the dockmaster, damn it.
Yes.
You realize this island is under the protection of the Empress, and everybody on it is under the protection of the Empress. You may try to kill me, you may succeed, but I guarantee you, you will not live.
If our ship is on that docket, then we are under the protection as well.
No, you need to earn that.
I apologize for my friend's poor choice of words. We've been at sea for, a week now? We're tired, there wasn't much food. Tempers flared. We just needed to dock and we instead hit the reef. Now we're in our ship. We just need to go to bed for the night and sort this out in the morning.
You can dock here for now, but for pissing me off, it's 3 gold.
Oh,
How about a platinum?
Of course. What?
Huh? What?
Takes the platinum. You can dock here. This
That's what I
time.
thought.
Hey, sir, since we gave you a little extra tip, do you think you can fix the little scratch on the ship here? It's just a scratch,
No. Well, it's not my job. My job is to make sure
We're gonna have
you
to hire a
ruffians
shipwright for that.
Yeah, can
don't
you get someone
mess
to
up
do
my
it for us,
dock.
please?
if you're looking for a shipwright, there's plenty on the island.
We'll figure it out. Thank you for allowing us to dock. Perhaps we'll get a drink sometime.
Maybe, if you don't piss me off. Just remember, I say who docks here. And until you
Well, what
earn
is
the
your
Empress's
name?
symbol, you're not under any protections, and I can stab you as I wish. Are we clear?
Blah,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Blah 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 blah.
Meanwhile, the Dragonborn behind me is mocking the dockmaster. I'm trying very hard to smooth over the situation. Excuse me.
Hold on. I just got a message from Jeremy. Give me a second.
I already know. Yeah. Alright.
Okay, yeah.
So he kind of gestures you guys on. Kind of gives you a stink eye rock as you pass by.
I'm sorry, I don't think you heard me. What is your name?
My name is unimportant until you get the Empress's approval. This island is not known for people who like to share their names.
Oh, the message understood. Well, I mean, I thought I would just need your name if we needed that drink sometime.
Get the Empress's approval, and then we'll talk. Until then, most people keep to their own. This island is not filled with reputable folk on the mainlands.
Clearly.
A stranger to reputation. Good night, and thank you again. And then fuck off to the tavern. Or wherever it is, get a bed for the night.
Alright. So, you do recall the place that you went to last time. You don't know the name of it, as you guys weren't really focused on taking in surroundings. But it wasn't very far off from the docks. The docks you can see now that you have a time to breathe. There's many ships there, much larger than your own. You do see the Red Duchess there. You see ships,
She's back.
you see ships of various makes and models and sails, each one a different color, symbol. You do notice on the front of each ship, though, is this small kind of serpentine symbol that you never noticed before.
Well, where's this Empress? Let's go convince her so that we can. I don't know. Why are we here? I don't even know.
Because it's dry land.
That's true. Dry land is good.
At any rate, we need to go find somewhere to sleep.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, then we can find her in the morning.
And hopefully we can avoid the captain of that ship.
Yeah.
I come over to the Red Duchess.
What is your experience with this Red Duchess?
Not a pleasant one.
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
Let's just say that was the ship that we were on before we got sold to the other ship that we currently have.
Although, to be honest, you might actually have garnered some good grace with her if we come back and our captain didn't. Who knows?
You do recall she had mentioned something to you two in particular when she had left you guys.
Maybe we should go see her before we go down for the night.
He did say hopefully we'd see her again.
What time is it right now? No, is it daytime?
It has just set to nightfall, so the sun has
Okay.
just dipped under the horizon. There might be like the glimmest shiver of golden light you can see, but it's going to be gone very shortly.
Well, in my experience, politicians don't usually stay up this late, so maybe it'd be best we go find a tavern, rest for the night, maybe.
She's not a normal one.
She's not a normal one, huh?
At any rate, we need to go find a drink. I'm thirsty.
It's at this
I guess we can
point
see who we run into.
you guys hear above you. Well, that was entertaining. Not many people
the
talk
hell's-
back to the shipmaster there.
Eh?
And you look around, and above you, on one of the buildings, you see this kid. Can't be more than 16. This mess of slicked back black hair. Sorry, that one I couldn't get out of my throat.
Words are hard.
Yes, they are.
Sisters.
He looks like he's kind of wearing this kind of half-open kind of billowy shirt and like the classic leather pants. His black boots come up to maybe halfway up his leg just below the knee.
Look at what the Sinbad
Um,
dragged in.
You see he's got like dirt on his face and he's definitely worn down.
Are you okay, sir? Do you need a little touch up, sir? I specialize in making everyone look beautiful.
Are you calling me ugly?
No, no, sir. You're just a little bit disheveled, sir. I was just going to give you, clean your clothes up a little bit, make you look nice and clean.
Through his ass at dealing with people already.
You see the kid kind of jump down, and it's at this point that he kind of... It's not even a jump, really. It's more of he kind of jumps off the roof and almost inverts himself 90 degrees and just walks down the side of the building. And it's when he gets closer,
walked along a wall.
So yeah,
like
so
Spider-Man?
he not even like Spider-Man. No hands needed. He just kind of jumped off, kind of inverted himself, stuck to the wall, and just walked normally like he was walking on the ground.
I see. I can see that.
And he kind of approaches you, and you can see now his skin's a little lighter and on the grayer side, like he doesn't get out in the sun much. You know, most people would have shot you on the spot for a comment like that.
But listen, I come from a great place of acolytes and good people of religion, so I always think that everyone needs to look the best at all times.
We look our best
Maybe
here,
that is
the
his
worse we are.
best.
Great, we got ourselves a priest.
That's something you would be well to keep in mind.
Never mind him. You are.
I'm Talgan. And
Nice to
yourselves?
meet you, Talgan. I'm Rock.
Like the bird?
I'm Nadina.
Like the bird.
Interesting. Nadina,
Nadina.
alright.
Yep.
And-
Kha'Zix Bedrich, at your service.
Prissy Pants,
Sorcerer
got it.
Background. What? Prissy Hands? Just because you said that, I cast Thaumaturgy on him and make his clothes look nice and neat and like ironed, and all the dirt disheveled from his face goes away if you allow it.
Yes.
Prestidigitation all over him.
I guess that is prestidigitation.
Can't help it.
Yeah, I don't know if Thaumaturgy cleans. Harmless
No, that's
Tremors...
prestidigitation.
Isn't that a cantrip?
Prestidigitation is a cantrip, but Thaumaturgy does not do that in this case.
Dang. That's what I was imagining it to be prestidigitation, so... Oh well. I need to get... I don't think I have that access to it.
Alright. So, where are you guys heading?
To the tavern.
Ah.
Wanna join us?
I usually avoid the dredge.
Why is that?
Oh, rougher crowds.
Aren't you a kid?
I don't know. Am I?
Looks could be deceiving, I suppose.
Maybe they are, maybe they're not. That's not for you
Or
to
maybe
know.
just one of the small folk.
So, what is a fancy, clean-looking lot like yourself doing here?
Sailing back from a trip,
Yeah, we were here once
so
before.
to speak.
Oh, the Baroness's bounty, right?
I suppose.
I remember. It's not often that she brings people back.
Oh, aren't we special?
Well, they don't call her the Bloody Baroness for nothing.
I didn't think it was for show.
Interesting. So why you lot?
Beats the hells out of me.
Don't think you deserve to know.
I'd be careful. most folks aren't as friendly as I am. And you guys... You definitely will have the tendency to rub people the wrong way here.
No kidding. What was your first clue?
We're
Was
professional.
it the ginormous bear behind me, or perhaps Prissy Hands?
Well, Prissy
I feel
Hands
like-
is going to be made fun of endlessly. Don't get me wrong.
I might have to dirty him up.
Kind of picks up some dirt and just spreads it across his shirt.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's going on?
a little better, but you guys need some sea wear on you. Well,
Currently, we aren't in the business of going on the water.
well, you might want to fix that. The only way off this island is by your own two hands.
Figured as much. But our ship's currently halfway in the water.
Kind of looks towards the dock. Ah, oh, you're on that boat.
Yup.
Which one of you geniuses named it?
None of us named it, I can assure you. It was Pigface.
Mm.
We were really unwilling passengers.
I
not a
recommend you
problem
find
anymore.
a good bosun, maybe. But,
Whoa! What was that?
oh, I don't know. Who is that?
That's some wicked feedback.
But, no, that's JC. JC, you're freaking out some.
Huh? That's not me.
Contacting from Andromeda. Pop, pop, fizzle.
Well, I got some business to attend to, but, good luck. Especially you, Fancy Pants.
Well, thank you. And if it's okay, can I swap one of my cantrips out for that prestidigitation? Because I thought I had that one.
Sure. That is
Okay,
fine.
yeah. All right. Because
Yeah, that's
I'm
all.
gonna be doing that a lot. Okay. I like people nice and clean.
I leaned back and just like stretched my spine out and cracked all of it. Oh, that felt good.
So, you see Telgin kind of start to walk off. Not up the path. Goes to the building that you just saw and just walks up the building.
Oh, he's interesting.
Yeah.
Certainly. That was pretty funny. He called you Prissy Hands.
Yeah. Well. You know, I might be a little prissy sometimes, but I just do what I do best. Then. All right, let's go get a drink, damn it. I'm sick of this just standing here. You know, just where's
Hey,
the
Billy.
drink?
Alright. So,
Oh, he didn't even
go.
ask him where the tavern was. Where's...
Wait.
And he shared his name. They said that they don't share names around here.
Wait, we're fine. We know where I guess it's called the Dredge. We know where that is, approximately.
Oh, do
Yeah, we've been there.
we? Okay.
you guys would remember the general path to the dredge, and it's not that difficult to find. It is noisy,
I'd
it is
imagine-
loud,
Follow the sound of tavern brawling.
it is literally just a giant tavern brawl. And as you guys enter, some people kind of look your direction, most just kind of continue their brawls or their drinks. You do see the two boards that you saw previously, the bounty board, and the other one that you didn't quite get a look at. And you do see behind the barkeep, no one seems to be messing with the bar itself or the person behind the bar. There seems to be like a proximity where they just don't mess up the area.
The no-go zone, so to speak.
Yeah, you can tell, you can feel this bit of respect of don't mess with the person who gives us booze.
Don't piss off the guy serving you drinks. He might piss in your drink.
But you do see behind the bar this kind of skinnier dragon kin. She's got this slicked back kind of green scales. Her face is kind of this grayish color that goes down to her chest and what you imagine continues onto her belly. But she has this kind of light... It's... You can tell it's like a lighter armor, just in case she has to get physical with some people, but for the most part, it's kind of this more formal presentation than the rest of the sea people there. What would you guys like to do?
Go ask the bartender for some ale.
Alright. You approach and she... Hey, I remember you lot. You were the ones brought in by the bloody Baroness, yeah?
Yeah.
Very same.
Back.
It's not often she brings people back here. You were the
So
talk of the
weird.
tavern for a while. What happened to the
Always been made aware.
that Pigsley fella that she sold you to?
No,
He
we
met
took
with an
care of
unfortunate accident.
Interesting. Hi lot. Pigsley met his end, and you just hear "Ah!"
Stupid fucker.
Right, prick that guy was, and that's coming from this place. Now, what can I do
like
for you?
Daddy's boy. So.
Oh, 100%. That child had no idea what he was doing. The only reason he didn't die here was because he had enough coin to splash around.
I don't know.
The fucking twat that one was. Anyway, do we have some ale?
Repeat that, Joe?
I said a fucking twat he was, but anyway, can we have some ale?
Ah, that you can. 4 pints?
And keep him coming.
Very well. Let's say 5 copper pints, so 4 of them, 2 silver.
On me.
And you can see behind her is a couple of these large kegs. As she opens one, just this kind of thicker looking brown liquid. It definitely looks thicker than it normally was when it first got here. But she kind of slides it down to you guys, and some splashes out on the counter, which is sticky, and one of your mugs kind of gets stuck for a second, and you try to pull it up, and splashes you a bit in the face.
At least we know it's not watered down. That's a plus.
So, you guys escaped Pigsley, and you came back here? That's downright entertaining. So,
We're all clueless. We don't know how to sail a ship.
well, I can tell
So to
that.
speak.
Word's already spread about the half-sunken ship in our port.
Word gets around fast now, doesn't it?
Well, it does when you piss off the portmaster.
Rock.
I don't apologize for that.
Let me tell you, of all the people not to anger, he's one of them. He will send your ship back out to sea, and you will never see it again.
I mean, I feel like we don't have to worry about that. It's just gonna go back out there itself.
It's not really a loss at this point if it does happen. So.
Exactly.
Well, be that as it may, what's your business in town, if I may inquire?
Rest for the night, I suppose.
Oh,
After that,
Out in the morning.
figure
well,
that out. Yes.
it's not the best looking rooms, and you might have to share a little bit, but you can rest here. Cost you, how many rooms you looking for?
Honestly, just the one, probably, I would imagine. How many beds are there?
Less beds, more blankets on a floor. What do I look like I'm running here? A 5-star resort? I'm on a bloody island.
Hey, I mean,
The blankets will do just fine, thank you.
Alright. 1 room, run you 5 silver.
take a drink. Someone else.
That sounds fine. I don't have. I can pay for the room, I suppose.
I gave you a share of the money we got. an even share.
I mean, you guys did just pull the
But-
chest up that had a fair amount.
Yeah, two platinum and 55 gold for each person. I gave you your fair thought. Marlon got the ruby, which in retrospect is probably a bad thing. But
Well.
So,
Can I get 10 silver back from 1 gold?
sure.
There you go. All right, thank you, sir.
you got change for a gold.
Sorry, yeah, I don't carry silver.
This guy here. This guy.
Oh, you're gonna be loads of fun around here, Prissy.
Oh, Jesus. Do you have a Bible? I haven't read one in a while. To get caught up, you know.
Do we look like the
He
religious
is
lot
asking
here?
all the wrong questions.
Fair enough, but I do have a question. Now, what is this Empress like? Is she very testy? What kind of personality does she contain? I should say.
Upon mention of the Empress, the room goes silent.
Oh boy.
So you guys don't like her, I suppose.
The Dragonborn, who was kind of leaning against the counter, head on her kind of fist, kind of stands up straight. Looks at you. And her kind
Is it
of
something you
smiling
said?
demeanor changes, and she leans forward. And you see her hand kind of reach to her side. Why are you asking?
Just trying to gain her.
Careful
Good.
with your words.
Just trying to gain her trust. You know, get the seal, get out of here, go find better, more interesting things to do with her life. You know.
You don't need the seal to leave.
That's what the guy at the dock said.
No, you need the seal to stay. If you're not staying,
Suppose we need room if we're gonna stay here for a while.
the Empress...
I'm not seeking adventure.
You do
I don't know
not
about
see the
you.
Empress. The Empress calls you. End of story.
Fair enough.
So now, what kind of things
End
would grant us?
of story. Either drink your beer, go to sleep, or get out.
Please don't piss the nice bartender off.
Sounds wonderful. Sorry for bringing it up. Do we grab our blankets and go to sleep? I guess.
They're already up in the room. It's more like a
Okay.
cot situation.
Ah, okay. Gods.
I'm not tired yet. I drink my drink.
If you would like,
Roxy's
Cass,
currently
you can give me an
drinking.
insight check.
Okay, on to the barkeep.
Onto the general room vibe.
Okay.
Because at the moment, everybody is staring at you.
13.
13.
This is some criminal syndicate shit.
You feel... It's not anger at the room. It's a sense of protection. We don't know these people. They have just arrived, and they're asking questions.
I was say we're newcomers asking questions that they shouldn't be asking right now.
This is not a sense of, like, we don't like her. This is not a sense of... This is a sense of respect and protection. And you noticed it kind of when the room went silent. Not only the barkeep, but everybody in the room, even those who were like fist fighting, all went hand on their weapon.
Okay.
You get this deep sense of respect for the Empress.
Zero tact, I swear.
That is what you get from a 13.
Okay.
Alright. Is there anything else you guys would like to... Oh.
I apologize if we were being rude. For obviously we're not really, we're new here.
New does
We're
not
just trying to
allow
do what's
questions
right.
that shouldn't be asked.
Well, the person at the door was perfectly fine with bringing her name out. So
Let's
saying.
just say we don't want to get on the wrong side of anybody, and we were trying to do what the dock man told us to do.
That's exactly right.
Piece of advice.
As I,
The Empress will call you if she deems you worthy. Those who are worthy
and for now,
get her crest.
And those
You
who
don't
aren't.
ask about the Empress. You don't
But,
call
okay.
upon the Empress.
How do we become worthy? Because worthy is a very noble thing to say.
It depends on your occupation. We're all here for our own reasons. Some of us are vagabonds run away from government. Some of us sail the seas in search for treasure. Some of us are bounty hunters. Some of us are pirates. Some of us are murderers. Some of us are of various occupations. There's rules to this island. Anybody with the Empress's protection is not messed with on the island. I don't care if your bounty is here staring you in the face. You share a drink, you smile, you turn the other way.
this is a safe haven. I understand.
What happens out in the seas, that's your own business. Here, you turn on someone with a crest.
And we're fucked.
This island becomes your enemy.
And we're fucked.
Even those without the crest are provided small protections. They can be killed if they anger enough people, but you won't be stabbed on sight. However, the way you're going, I imagine enough people might be wanting to stab you shortly. But
Yeah.
Okay, well, I do have a question. Do you have any priests in this island, or you guys just don't care about religion? Because I can spread the religion if you like. It's very helpful.
That's not really what we should do right now.
you see her just kind of rub her temple with one hand and just... Anybody who has religion on this island keeps it to themselves. We don't mind whatever god you worship. It's not our business. But it is yours, and only yours.
Yeah, just leave it alone, Cass.
Okay, sounds good. I think I'm gonna go up to my room now.
Fair warning, people keep to themselves, and they don't offer personal information, religion or otherwise. If you try to push your values onto others here, it will not end well. We are all wanted in one way or another.
Well,
Yeah,
thanks for the words of advice.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna look around the room. Is anyone else is anybody gambling right now, or is it all just fucking fist fights?
No, the room does have its sections almost. You can see a section that's kind of left alone just to drink. The right side of the room seems to be mainly... What would be the right side when you're looking outwards towards the door? Left when you're entering?
Right.
Seems to be mainly like the fist fight section. And you do notice when you're looking at it, like if someone goes down, they stop.
Mosh pit rules.
Yes, it's like you go down, they just kind of drag you off to the corner. It's not like they're
Rules.
fighting to kill. They're just
Fighting to
KO
let off
and out.
steam.
The left side, when you're looking out, seems to be broken up into like 3/4 drinking, and then 1/8 is kind of like talking in hushed secrets, and you do see one table off in the corner that's kind of playing a dice game.
Excellent. Can I go and actually I'm gonna ask the fucking barkeep. Excuse me. That over there. And I kind of like nod my head over to the game. Can anybody join?
If you have the coin, they should let you in. They'll take
Wonderful.
advantage of you if you don't know the rules, though, and they won't tell them to you.
I had surmised.
It's a kind of learn-as-you-go situation, as long as you have the coin to back it.
High stakes?
It depends on who's playing. She kind of looks past you. Tonight, probably on the lower end. None of them are names. Oop, you cut out there, Joe.
I just said already.
Yeah, none of those are names, so it is probably relatively low stake. Couple of silver, maybe.
Interesting.
All
I'm
right.
gonna go over there and insinuate myself and try to win some money.
You go over, and one of the guy across the table from you just kicks out a chair, doesn't even say anything.
I don't even say anything. I just sit down.
Hands you a set of dice, and you see there's about 3 people at the table. All 3 just roll these 2 dice.
Roll the d6s.
You may roll the d6s if you wish. Are you gonna say anything, or are you just gonna roll?
They didn't say nothing.
They made some grunting noise. They're just.
I'm just gonna fucking ape like they're doing.
Yeah, so you
Place
see.
down and like a silver on the table, and I got a fucking 2 and a 1.
You look around and you see another guy, he got a 2 and a 2. Another guy got a 3 and a 3. Another guy got a 5 and a 4. You see the guy with the 3 and the 3 reach out and grab the 4 silver and drag it towards him. Takes one, throws it into the pot again.
I'll throw another one.
They all... The guy across from you looks at you, smirks, and tosses in an extra silver. The other 2... 2 extra silver in as
No,
well.
I'll throw in one.
Alright. They all throw the dice again.
4 to 5.
4 and a 5.
Yep.
Hold on. You win the 8 silver.
That's what, -1, and I'm up 7. Not bad.
Alright. So they each toss in another silver. Are you going to keep going?
Oh yeah.
Alright. So you toss in another silver. As we do that, Cass, you went up to the room to head up to bed, correct? JC?
What do you want me to do?
I said you went up to the room to head up to bed, correct?
Yeah, yep.
All right.
I'm just reciting different things, but I'm very quiet about it because I don't want to get stabbed today.
Alright, so you head up to the room and start reciting your prayers. Ashley, what are you doing as Nadina is gambling?
I am very quietly finishing my ales, and then probably just watching Nadina play.
Alrighty. Nadina, give me 2 more d6s.
Absolutely.
Actually, am I able to go over there and watch
Yeah.
instead of watching from afar? Okay.
Nope, easy enough.
God damn it! A 1 and a 3.
Alright, what did you get?
A 1 and a 3. probably not very good.
You see the same guy who rolled the double threes previously reaches over, grabs the 4 gold, and puts one back into the center.
Throwing another one in.
Alright, the other 2, annoyed, each put in 3 silver. And the other guy ups the ante to the 3 each.
Throwing 3.
Yep. Alright. Give me your 2 rolls.
Piss balls! 3 and a 1.
3 and a 1?
3 and a 1.
Alright, so you roll the dice, and you look over, and 2 of them have rolled double 4s. They kind of look at each other. One just swings. The one across from you goes, "Game's over." And he says this as they start tumbling through the place to the other side to sort out who possibly wins this round.
Hey, James!
Come back tomorrow.
Hopefully these 2 will be with it. That's fun.
They're sorting out who wins.
So I'm sure they'll sort it out.
Obviously, your silver stays.
Of course.
Fortunately,
Still up.
2 isn't much of a match, so maybe next time.
Here's to it, and I slug back the last of my my ale.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to do before you call it a night for the next day?
How many gold or how many silvers did I spend on the ale again? That was 2 for
2
the round?
silver each, so 8 silver total.
Fuck me, 2 silver for ale. That's
Oh no, I'm
ridiculous.
sorry. It was 2 silver total.
All right, that's more like it. I was like, Jesus Christ, what kind of fucking ale am I drinking?
No, I mean, it's on an island, and they're all miscreants. But no, I'm sorry. It was 2 silver total.
Like, I know I'm in a pirate's cove, but goddamn, I'm getting fleeced. So technically, I break even for the night.
Very well.
If my math is accurate, I break even for the evening.
I will leave that math up to you because I was playing 3 people at once, and whatever you won there.
No, that's fine. I won 8 from one of those pots, and there was a bet of 1, another bet of 1, a bet of it was a bet of 1, a bet of 2, and 1 plus an ante. So yeah, no, it was that math checks out.
All right. So is there anything any 3 if you would like to do to finish up this night?
Nope, I'm good.
It is I can't say it's a restful night, as the bar itself keeps going until late. And it's loud, and you hear plates smashing and people brawling. But you do find sleep. And you awaken the next morning to a silent inn. And you head down. And Unga is there just wiping the counter down from the previous night, and she goes, hey, I was rest. She seems exhausted. It seems like she hasn't slept yet. You surmise that she probably sleeps during the day and runs this place throughout the night.
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, not bad.
You need any directions before I kick off for the night? That's the wrong voice. You need any directions before I kick off for the night?
We can't be all on point all the time. Anyway, can you direct us to someone who can fix our shit?
The bosuns usually stock the dock during the day. If you find a good one, that's up to you to find, and if you're lucky, you'll have to pay them daily. Unless you're not taking them aboard their ship, in which case they'll probably charge you a large fee just to fix it the one time.
So what you're saying is it would be cheaper to hire one.
Well, depends on how many scraps you're going to get into.
Seeing as none of us are exactly, proper oarsmen.
Well, like I said, it's up to
We might
you.
get
It's a flat fee for probably, but they'll charge you more because they're trying to look for coin. Or if you hire them, it'll be a smaller daily fee. So it depends on what you can afford.
I think the daily fee sounds good.
Look, be assuming like we're all going to be on the same ship.
I'm sure we're gonna need it again.
That is up for you lot to decide, but I can tell you most people are not going to fare you off for this island unless you pay them heavily or you have your own boat.
Can
I gathered.
Can I take a look at the bounty board and that other board that you mentioned earlier?
Yes, you may. So, you walk over to the first board. This is the board that the other three have seen previously. On it, it is filled with papers worn by time and sea air of various people. And you see some people with brief descriptions and some terribly drawn pictures, some very well drawn pictures, depending on how much the bounty is. You see this one 100 gold, 200 gold, 300 gold. You see a couple reaching kind of the upper thousands. The direct top center, though, you see almost like a border of space that no one else seems to be placing pictures on, and you see 3 pictures of bounties on there. You see this striking woman. She's probably in her mid to late 20s. Red cloak, red inner trench coat type deal, the kind of tricorn hat, the traditional tricorn hat, and she's kind of looking upwards and giving like this menacing stare. You see this kind of rugged-looking man, and you see his picture's odd. It looks like someone drew arms on it before it was printed multiple times and then erased them and then drew them again, so it's just like the smudges where his arms would be. Almost like they couldn't figure out how to draw his arms. And then you see a familiar face, actually. You see the face of this young man, kind of slicked back, black hair, kind of dirty looking, and he's kind of giving this large smile, almost like he posed for the picture, almost like Luffy style from One Piece.
Is that the little kid with the shoes, or the spider walking stuff?
You can't be certain. These are drawn by third account people. It looks vaguely familiar. You can't be 100% certain.
What about that Red Riding Hood? How much is that to go? Is it to find, to kill?
It says
name?
dead or alive on that one, and that one says 22,500 gold.
Okay, that sounds like interesting. How we should go see how much our new ship is, because I think that ship is trash. and then maybe we do some work. It doesn't hurt to do some work. Maybe the Empress or whatever. Sorry, let me whisper Empress because I don't want anyone to get upset with me.
They don't mind you saying Empress.
Okay.
It's because you asked a question.
Okay.
It's
not like Voldemort or something like that.
No, it's more of the fact that you can mention the Empress, but you had asked a direct question about the Empress, and you are an unknown entity. It's not a Voldemort word, it's just a who's asking, why are you asking, and you shouldn't be asking.
Okay. What do you guys think? Do you think we should do that?
Oh,
I'm all ears.
something tells me we're not going to be able to afford a new ship right off the bat. We only have so much money.
No, 22,000 gold. That's quite a lot.
I'm not fucking with her.
I will point out the other board is like a job board. It has small things on there that people are requesting to do.
That sounds more like our speed.
What jobs? What about finding this Little Red Riding Hood?
If you say that again, she might be liable to kill you.
Yeah.
Trust me, she's not one to be trifled with.
Oh, is that the Red Duchess?
Yes, that'd be the one.
What, you guys said that you guys are friends with her anyways. We could just trick her into...
I wouldn't say friends.
Acquaintances is more the word I would use.
Well, we were kind of prisoners.
Acquaintance was a strong word.
What about the what was the one with the arms? How much is that?
The arms says 20,000.
That's we don't know what that is. We can always go check that guy out. He's only 2,000 less.
If he's almost as expensive as Hark, I imagine we'll be ended up as fish chum.
But you didn't have a sorcerer before.
Can you conjure giant rocks that can smash them?
I can do a couple of tricks up my sleeve,
Then I imagine you're not going to be strong enough for that.
Do you think we should get our ship fixed first, just in case we have to leave here? We can't go bounty hunting if we...
Well, my idea is to just screw the ship. We can get a new one.
Rock is right. We're not going to get anywhere with a paddle boat. We're going to have to fix it.
Fix it or work to afford a new one.
We could always steal one, I suppose.
That was Unga over at the bar just laughing.
Are you insane?
Good luck with that.
Do you suppose we donkey paddle to their ship then to steal it?
Yeah, and let's just tell everybody what we're gonna do.
I wasn't very loud. I don't know how she could hear me.
You are the only ones in this bar.
Oh, we're still in the bar. I thought we were outside.
As if saying it outside would make it better.
Right? Let's see what we can do about our ship first. See if we can even afford to have someone on our ship to fix it.
Right. Let's find a bosun then. Before Prissy Hands gets us any more bright ideas.
Exactly.
Alright, so...
I'll get Prissy Hands.
Are we the only sane ones in this group?
Apparently.
As you guys go to turn to leave, she goes, Alright, I'm heading to bed. No other places you need me to tell you about before I head off, yes? And close up for the day?
I do have a question. Wait. I have a question about the man with weird arms.
I put my hand over his mouth.
That'll be all. Thank you for your hospitality.
Weird arms.
Let the poor woman go to sleep. Let's go.
You can find Virgil at the Palanquin.
Virgil at the Palanquin.
See, I asked the right questions, you see.
It only
They
takes
might not
like
be
10 wrong ones to make a right one.
Didn't your mother ever tell you 2 wrongs don't make a right?
My mother was burned by me, so I don't know very much. I murdered her on accident.
It keeps getting better and better.
I'll have to unpack that later. Moving on.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, where are you guys heading?
Well, we're gonna have to find this Virgil person, aren't we?
Oh, you're heading to the Palanquin.
That's what she said. Might as well. We don't know fuck all about this place otherwise.
Alright, so...
The heck is a palanquin?
Asking around.
I haven't the faintest.
Asking around. It is easy enough to
Excuse me,
locate
do
the
you know where the
Palanquin.
Palanquin is?
It is close to the large temple-like structure at the top of the mountain. And it is this kind of three-pronged kind of tower pavilion that sits next to it. Unlike the rest of the island, it does look fairly well made. Like it's not just scrapped together from pieces of driftwood. This looks like it was intentionally put here. And it does stand out slightly, but it does fit in quite well. And it is the second highest point on this island besides the temple embedded at the top of the mountain. So, as you guys make your way up, you can hear, unlike the dredge, there is some music playing. It's calming kind of music.
Some Zen music.
And as you approach the palanquin more and more, you start to get more and more looks. And whispers. And you approach these nice kind of carved doors. And this beautiful sign with this writing. The palanquin.
What the fuck is a palanquin?
I will send you a picture of an actual palanquin afterwards if you remind me.
Please do, because I'm curious.
Yeah, I think isn't it the thing where they like hold people up, like if they're fat, like not fat, like like the old, I don't know if it's ancient Egyptians or whatever, but they like it's like they put them in a box or something and they lift it up. Is that what that is, or? No?
Kind of. It's a fancier version of that.
Okay.
Transporting one person.
So, you guys enter and you see this nicely lit room with this kind of chandelier hanging from the top. There's maybe half a dozen tables in here, and at each table you see a group of people. Each kind of
That's the thing Xerxes rides in. Okay, cool.
Each kind of drinking and talking. As you enter, you immediately notice everybody here is not like those in the dredge. They are better dressed, better equipped, better prepared. Give me a perception check.
And we look like a couple of
These look like my kind of people. Yes.
I'm assuming because you were the first one that entered. Give me a perception check.
Ooh, well, this is beautiful. This is the best thing I've done in my life. Hold on. Well, it's a nat 20, but it's also 21 technically.
All right.
+1.
So, it is easy enough with the 6 tables in here to spot Virgil. He is this kind of balding man. You can see some tattoos kind of running down his side. And he has this shirt. The sleeves are cut off entirely. And you notice he does not have arms. He has one arm that's kind of cut just above the elbow, but the other one has been completely amputated all the way up to the shoulder. He kind of
So what
has...
you're saying is you won't be winning any arm wrestling matches.
He has these kind of golden kind of like shin guards that kind of protect his lower legs. And he's sitting there at a table with 2 other figures. A striking young woman in a tricorn hat and a black leather jacket with a silken red interior, and a younger looking human-esque boy sitting at the table, and the 3 of them are talking.
Well, hello everyone. How are you guys doing today?
Somehow that tells me that's not the right approach.
Well, nobody else is doing anything, so.
You're the one that's into this religion shit.
Yeah, you got all excited, so.
Everybody immediately looks towards the door. All conversations cease.
Oh goodness, not this again.
And you
I mean,
see
I've gone and
this...
done it.
You see this elven gentleman, kind of fairly well dressed. He does have like this kind of mock blazer on. Approach and goes, yes. Who are you folks?
We're newcomers.
This is not a
As
place
if
for
that wasn't
newcomers,
fucking obvious.
unfortunately.
No, he might be, or she might be newcomers, but you know, I am Supreme Sorcerer Cadix Bedrich from the West, and I am here to ask you a couple questions. Maybe why a question, particularly why people don't like you, and you're on a bounty board. That's a very important question.
The elven man looks at you confused.
I lean over to Rock and like, is this fucking guy tapped?
I'm not entirely sure what you're talking about. Nor is your name on my list. Supreme Sorcerer... I'm sorry, what was it?
Cadix Bedrich, sir.
Yeah, that's not on my list.
Check again. I'm gonna roll for deception.
I'm gonna step outside and like watch this unfold.
I would
Okay.
say it's persuasion for this one.
Okay, I rolled a 15 plus 6.
Unless you're one of the new names, I will go double check, I guess. And, stay here while I check. And he walks off.
I'm gonna. Well, Nadina went outside. I'm gonna stay put for the time being.
Like, while I'm outside, can I like sit down and like listen to the music and play along with my flute?
Easy enough.
That's what I'm gonna be doing.
So you're staying by the door, Rock. What are you doing, Cass?
Huh? Me? I was trying to well, you said persuasion, so I'm persuading that I'm on the list.
So he has currently left you to go check his list
He is now going to verify your bullshit.
Yes, he is going to verify the list because there are
Hey,
not many tables in here and not many people, and he is
Hey, Cass.
currently trying to recall if he's seen you on the list.
Hey, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna be on that list. Maybe we should go.
But I should be on the list. If I'm not, I should be. I don't have anything that I can think of that can help me in this situation. I mean, I was like, can I use prestidigitation or to do like to make a small mark with my symbol on it or something? But
I mean,
that's the only thing I can think of.
He has left this room, and it
Yeah,
seems
so I
like this
can't, like-
list is in a separate portion of this.
Yeah.
Like this,
Yeah.
you get the feeling because of what this place is, the list itself is not kept in public view. This is something that is kept under lock and key.
You might
So-
have done it this time, Kaz.
He comes back after about 5 minutes and goes, I'm sorry, sir, but I double-checked the list, and, you have not been added to it, so either you have not earned that title with us, or you are new enough where you have not appeared on the list yet.
Okay. Well, let me show you why I deserve to be on the list. So I cast Burning Hands onto myself. I cast it onto myself because I'm resistant to fire damage. To show that I'm like immune to fire essentially, but I'm not immune. I'm just gonna pretend that it's fine.
Roll for damage!
It's a resistance half damage, right?
Resistance is half damage,
Watching
yes.
You are
like I
missing
said-
a show in here.
No,
This is
the way
gonna
I
be-
put it, the way I put it, I was like, I want to like be outside, but I want to be able to look in and fucking watch in case he does something stupid. And now I'm just watching him burn himself.
All right. So. So it's 15 damage in half.
7.
So yeah.
You.
But I look like I'm not taking damage at all.
You kind of. You guys. Well, you two see.
I
You
think that
see.
deserves a Constitution check or something.
Cats ignite their hands and just start searing into their chest. Parts of their clothing are just burning away or melting in. And the elven man is just looking at you in absolute horror. And he goes,
Rob, to answer your question, yes, we are the only two sane ones.
Don't you think there was an easier way for him to like?
From the opposite side of the room, you hear a laugh and you hear, "They are not on the list, but you may let them in. I imagine they are here to see one of us." And the elven man immediately just kind of bows and walks backwards. The voice you, Rock, recognize as Ryla's voice.
Shite!
Holy shit!
And it is now that you see Ryla sitting at the table with Virgil and the boy that you had previously encountered the night before.
Cool. Perfect.
What's this? Who's who of this island?
That is exactly what this is.
Oh, damn it.
So I'm
You
gonna
may come
whisper
too,
to
young
the bard
human
guy.
gal.
Just a bit. Can you
Is she
give
not
me a
human?
little
Maybe
love
she's
tap
human.
of some healing, sir? I'm a little pain.
I'm gonna do the healing. Alright, I'll fucking just put my hand on his shoulder and be like, for the record, you probably shouldn't burn yourself. It's not good for you.
The burn wound kind of closes some. Roll for healing.
Cast Cure Wounds.
I didn't know if I could cast Cure Wounds on myself.
You can.
Oh,
That's
you
an
can.
11.
Alright, the burn wound kind of heals. There's still a hole in your clothes where you literally just had 2 handprints.
This is absolutely
idiot.
so I heal 11.
So what would you guys like to do?
Well, I suppose we've been invited in. Might as well see what they have to say.
Alright,
We got
After
this
that
far.
display.
so
You're welcome. Thank you.
I was perfectly content with staying outside until you started targeting yourself.
as you guys approach the table, you see some chuckles from them and so what is this performance to get our attention?
Guess it's as good as mine. He's fucked in the head.
Well, I can
Apparently.
see that. Not many people would burn themselves just to gain an audience.
I don't even know why we're here in the first place, to be frank. We were looking for a bosun.
Well, this is not the place for that.
Clearly.
Try the docks. Might work a bit better.
Well, since we're
Apparently
here,
he's
what
religious.
is this place?
This is the palanquin.
And what is that?
Yeah, what's a palanquin, sir?
Ma'am?
That one's a
Ma'am?
woman.
That's a ma'am. Ma'am, sorry.
He just
I
called
was-
you
I was-
sir. Shut up, Virgil. The palanquin is a place one must earn entrance to, or be invited. At the moment, you have an invitation, but it is wearing thin. So, why are you here?
You know the man with the weird arms? I need to see that guy.
Now look who they're
This
making
idiot
fun of,
thinks
Virgil.
that
We're dance.
This idiot thinks that he
We're
can turn
dancing?
Virgil around.
Did I hear we're dancing?
Is this one alright in the head?
I think not.
We've only known him for a short while.
We pulled him out of the ocean. I'm starting to think it was maybe a mistake.
Just a little bit.
Very well. So,
As I
before-
said, I think the school wants to turn Virgil in.
Well, there's many problems with that. One, we are on the island.
Apparently he wasn't listening.
I imagine at this point you have heard the rules of this island, yeah?
We've been informed, which is why I think this is stupid.
Trust me. If Virgil wasn't on this island, he probably would have attempted to turn me in long ago. Isn't that right, Virgil? Yeah. Not that you wouldn't give me a run for my money. Do you know how many places I've blown up trying to capture you? I got a bounty on my head now, thanks to you. Hey,
Hence
it's
why
not
the
my fault.
20,000 looks so alluring. Apparently.
Hey, it is not my fault that you keep trying to capture me. But you enjoy the chase, I know you do. One day though. And they kind of take their kind of wine glasses and clink them together and drink. So,
Rule number one was listen to very carefully.
and it's at this point he kind of stands up. And you noticed, when he had his wine glass and he clinked it with her, it's actually just floating there in midair.
He has arms that are invisible.
And he the chair pushes out some and he stands up. And you see now, this is a big fellow. He is a good 6'2" in height.
You still think you can turn him in?
So, you're trying to turn me in.
I'm actually taller than you, kind sir. Is this the man still?
This is the man, yes.
Okay.
So,
I push up my neck a little bit just so that I look a little taller.
what makes you think you're even capable of touching me, let alone turning me in?
This is
Hey,
such
Rocky,
a
let's
bad
stand
idea.
back a couple of feet.
We are literally coming onto their territory and provoking them. I don't.
Rock, you want to stand back a couple of feet with me?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh boy.
He's looking at you for a response. He's waiting.
This is Prissy Hands. That
Well, you
I
know,
may be
I hate
I
to
may
do
be-
this. I hate to do this, but we really need the money. So I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds and I slap him in the face.
Make an attack roll.
Oh god, this is not gonna go well for me.
That's
Oh.
fucking stupid.
Oh god.
This is so dumb what you're doing. This is so dumb.
It's 12.
That does not hit.
Oh my god.
What about the initial slap?
It does. You feel something stop your hand as it is about to approach him.
Dude, you're gonna get flipped into a table.
Does it need to hit, or does it do half damage if it misses?
I think
On a
Inflict
hit.
is a touch spell.
I think it is
Yeah.
as well.
On a hit it takes 3d10, so I
Alright,
didn't
so
hit.
it's at this point he kind of very well. And you see him kind of flex, and all of a sudden these kind of spectral arms start to shoot out from his disembodied limbs. My turn, right?
Shit, wait.
And he is
Fuck.
going to punch with this spectral arm that just kind of emerged from his limb.
Can I cast mirror image?
Morlin was bad.
Can I cast mirror image right now?
You cannot. You took your turn. That is a 20 to hit.
Oh yeah, it hit. All right.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as this arm just slams into you. He gets a second attack.
What? Wait, what? Excuse me.
He
I
gets,
think a monk.
he gets 2 attacks per action.
Oh no.
Does a
Or a brawler
18 hit.
player, one of the two.
Yes, 18 hits.
Hopefully he'll
The
get
second
knocked
arm
out,
just-
we can just drag him away.
right fist to the jaw, and you feel your jaw kind of dislocate a bit, and he re-puts it back in as you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
How does it feel to be a voice of reason, Rock?
He is then going to use Flurry of Blows,
He is a monk.
which means he's going to take 2 more strikes upon you. Does a 23 hit?
Wait, what
Beating your ass.
I mean, that's why the bounty is so high.
The
Are you sure? Are you sure? Wait now.
As you're saying, wait, the third fist just right in the center of your face for 11 points of damage.
Okay, well.
I feel like I need some popcorn right now.
You see him wind up
At
for
least
his.
it's not us for a change.
You see him wind up for his 4th hit as you're saying, wait.
Well, I'm on the ground now, so.
Oh, you're unconscious?
Yeah, no, he got pummeled.
Oh. You guys see these spectral arms just 3 hits just.
I'm just. I sigh and I just kind of cover my eyes with my hand, just like, ugh.
Rock
What do
looks
we-
away.
As you're falling, he reaches out, grabs you with a hand, and he's going to use his healing hands on you to heal you for 4d4 damage, which is going to
Dirty
be.
fucker. Way of mercy?
It's going to be 9 points of healing.
So I just heal myself 9 times while dead. Does that work?
He literally reached
Yeah,
out,
I'm good.
grabbed you, healed you as you're falling, and like caught you, and then he comes in with the 4th punch and does 8 points of damage and just hits you back one more time, but making sure you stay on your feet.
Oh Jesus!
Who's this fella kid talking about?
I'm gonna go ahead and thank you, sir, for beating the living shit out of me.
You're still being held by the
Thank
spectral
you, sir.
arm.
May I please have another?
I like that one. This dude Steve in the chat, he said sorcerer supremely dead.
Yeah, you are still being held by the spectral arm, and he goes, "So, you still gonna try to bring me in?"
How do you think he's learned his lesson?
I cast inflict wounds again. I slap him again.
Make an attack roll.
Wait, but hold on. I want to make sure I do this right this time because I didn't do it right the first time.
Can I inspire him?
Oh, jeez.
All right, so
Like, oh yeah, you can do it, Kaz. You can do it. Get him.
okay, I'm going to I'm gonna go ahead and roll. Okay,
Alright.
but if I fail, I'm gonna do my favored by the gods thing. Oh,
And
that
if I am allowed to inspire you, you get an extra d6.
yes! Oh yeah, baby! It's a 20. Yeah, 20. I don't even need to add things.
It's a natural 20.
Yep. I could take a picture if you want.
The natural 20 does automatically hit.
Oh Jesus! So he's like his armor class is beefy. Okay. All right. And I cast it as a level 2 spell, so it's 4d10s of damage.
Roll your damage.
And if I don't like these, then I'm gonna use my other thing too. Okay, so I got a 4, 3, 2, and a 1. I'm gonna use one of my sorcery points here. to do the empowered spell, which I can re-roll up to 4 of the dice. So I'm going to re-roll 2 of them, which is the 1 and the 2. Wait, this is D10. What am I doing? Right? Yeah! Sorry, let me...
Yeah.
I got scared. I was like, wait a second, this is supposed to be a powerful spell. What's going on here? Okay, but that's what I'm going to do. Oh god, okay, well, that's not going very good. Alright, so, yeah. I rolled a 1 and a 1, and so I'm going to roll them again. Okay. Alright, so I rolled 2 9s, a 7, and a 3.
So what's your total damage?
Calculate. 28 damage.
28. So that would be doubled to 56, but halved again because he's resistant to necrotic damage.
Okay.
So you hit him with this, and his face kind of turns sideways, and he goes, I guess we haven't learned.
What?
No, he hasn't. Hit him again.
And it is at this point...
You do. He fucked up.
Hold on, where is the thing I'm looking for?
Yank Kaz by the scruff of his neck backwards, just like knock it off.
I don't think they're gonna let him leave, even if we try to take him.
I'm looking for one of the features that I know he has somewhere.
7th level, whoop your ass.
Nope. He is going to... You see the tattoo on his chest glow.
Oh, shit, now you're fucked.
And he goes, cute. And he is going to activate his Eldritch Claw.
Mm-hmm.
So his first strike
Oh, it's nice knowing you.
is a 23 to hit.
Uh-huh.
You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage and 6 points of psychic damage as the fist punches you in the face and reaches through you and almost like knocks your brain around with the psychic fist just entering through your head.
Well, the bludgeoning killed me. Yeah. This didn't go very well.
And
Isn't it funny how both of our crazy companions both have been knocked unconscious?
as you're unconscious, you two see him just take him and just toss him to the ground and go, take him out of here. If I see him again,
Anyway,
I wring his neck.
Sorry about that.
apparently he's a bit of an idiot. I'm gonna give him a healing word. Just to like... Actually, no, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Can I stabilize him? With like a medicine check, maybe?
Do you have a
Like,
medicine
keep him
kit?
unconscious? I do not. No.
You would need a
No,
medicine
I can't do
kit
that.
to stabilize him. So either that, you would need Spare the Dying or a healing spell.
Ugh, fine. Healing word. Can I keep him unconscious with the healing word?
He will wake up with the healing word. I'm laughing at my
Hey,
VTubers just
we can tie
freaking
him
out.
We can tie him up first before we bring him back.
That sounds like an excellent idea. Tie his
Okay.
ass up.
I'm gonna tie his arms up because I want him to be able to walk. Or I guess I could try and carry him.
You heal 8.
Okay.
So Cass, you wake back up on the ground this time and just, ugh, you have a massive headache. It literally feels like someone reached into your head and just smacked your brain around.
Do you learn your lesson this time?
Yeah, note to self: don't mess with guys with fake hands. Okay. I thought it wasn't going to be that bad of a deal, but apparently,
It's not be very smart.
Yes.
He has a 20,000 gold bounty. What do you
Yes.
think was going to happen?
Well, I thought it was just a, I don't know.
Do you think it was for fun?
The higher the
It was
bounty,
cute.
the stronger the person is.
I gave him a little run for his money, I'm sure.
He made
Right,
your face
well.
into hamburger.
That's why we tied you up.
That's fair. I shouldn't be given these hands right now.
You see Telgan at the table just chuckling to himself. And you see Ryla. If you would like, you can try me next. I would be more than I'd be more than happy to entertain you.
Maybe
That's not necessary.
No, I'm good today.
I'm gonna shove a piece of cloth into his mouth.
Oh, thank you. Here, chew on that.
In the meantime, you may leave. We're going back to our drinks.
Okay, now let's actually go find someone to fix our ship so we can get the hell out of here.
Now that distraction is over with, I agree. Let's go. See you later.
As you're leaving, this kind of watery tentacle appears in front of you, Nadina.
Right, what now?
I would like to speak with you. Let the others take care of your ship.
I suppose I have no choice. It's been nice knowing you lot. Or at least you, Rock.
Don't die, please. I need you.
Well, I won't try and start any fights.
Oh, but I was so looking forward to a rematch.
Rematch? I didn't do anything more than just cut my throat.
Well, first match then.
I don't much feel like fighting today, to be honest with you. I'll hear what you have to say. I think I've got my fill of that from watching his ass get beat.
So, as the other two leave, are you reapproaching the table?
Do I have a choice?
You may leave if you wish, or you may hear me out.
I'd rather not piss off the woman with a 22,000 gold bounty.
Wise choice.
Maybe a bit scatterbrained, but I'm not stupid.
Although, in fairness, I'm probably not the worst of them all.
No, but you're the worst one in the room, I imagine. I mean, aside from
no
arms there.
That would be this one. And she gestures towards the younger kid.
Why am I not surprised to hear that Telgan's the one that's the most dangerous?
I resent that.
Remember when I said looks can be deceiving?
I said nothing about being dangerous.
Big things come in small packages.
I am
That's
not
what my
that
granddad used
small.
to say.
I'm above average.
No offense meant. Anyway, what is it you want?
Well, you have entertained me twice now. So, I would like to offer you some work. Maybe to fix that
Oh, really?
scrap-heap that you guys have now inherited. I was hoping
It's funny you call it that, because I think I was changing the name to that.
It looks like
After
it.
that arse of a pigman, he named it the Salty Sea Dog Ship.
Oh, we are all very aware of what he did. But that is why I sent you with him. I figured you would not let that piggish oaf allow you to be there for very long.
As much as I would have loved the pleasure of sending his ass down to the bottom of the ocean, it really wasn't us.
Oh, you have me curious. It was by no means strong, but His companions could hold their own.
That was
What,
some spirit. I don't really know what it was, to be honest with you, but it sapped their life energy or something.
and where were you during this spirit attack?
Diving for dumb fuck's treasure.
So, you are lucky as well as entertaining. That is a better combination. Not everyone survives the horror and comes back. So,
That's
here
what
is
it's
my
called.
proposition for you. You get your ship fixed. Come see me on the Red Duchess. I will give you a map. You are to fetch something for me, and upon your return, I shall pay you 600 gold pieces.
Fair. How could I say no?
You may if you wish, but it is up to you.
While this has been happening, I've been trying to get a dagger to break this my dagger from my pocket to undo the things behind my back.
The things, but
Like
the
because I'm tied up. I
Rope.
can't. My hands are
oh,
tied up.
that's right. They tied you up. Um, give me an athletics check with advantage.
Oh, God,
Advantage.
it's like the worst thing I'm
Like,
good at.
he's trying to use a dagger, so he's really just trying to flip the dagger and get enough leverage to cut it.
I rolled two d20s. I got a 16 and a nat 20.
I will say easy enough to kind of cut the rope in half. Whoever's rope it
Whoa,
was,
whoa, whoa. Wait a minute. What's going on?
whoever's rope it was, you now have two 25-foot length ropes.
What happened? I was on the
And-
phone. Sorry.
And I just take the thing from my mouth, and I just be like, "Oh, you don't need to tie me up. Just tell me to shut up. That's all you gotta do."
We've tried that. You keep running your mouth.
But I like to run my mouth. I like to hear myself talk. Sometimes it's okay.
As if that wasn't readily apparent.
But yes, so she turns back to you, and she goes, "So, I shall give you a map to this location. It is about 3 days out, on a decent ship. I leave port in 5 days. If you can bring it back to me in 4, I shall give you 200 extra gold. 800 total. This seems fair to you?"
Sounds more than generous. I don't know why you were so interested in us, but I won't say no to money. We needed work anyway.
Well, as the very least, you can make a bit of coin. Now go. I must finish my drink.
I think I might need another one after this fucking shite.
And tell your friends with the big mouths, stop picking fight with names.
We've tried that already.
I've learned that not to mess with. I'm not used to bounties being so high. Okay, I'm just didn't know that's what
You
it
learned
meant.
it now. You learned it
You're
now.
outside. You're outside. Shut up.
And with this, you exit the Palanquin to catch up to your two friends heading towards the dock to hopefully find a bosun to fix the ship and drain the water for your next voyage. And that is where we will
Trap
leave
all the
off
ship.
today's episode. With job in hand, ship partially underwater, lessons learned, lessons taught, and some new faces to remember, or to forget, possibly. Depends on how much fun you want to have with them. And we will finish there. And until next time, we shall be live again Saturday with I'm not sure what game, but D&D is every Wednesday for the foreseeable future at 8/7 Central. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all laughed along with the nonsense that happened today. I was trying to contain my laughter as I was trying to narrate. But until next time, be awesome, be different, just be you. We love you all very much, and I shall see you next stream. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.